Lauren, why is it that you cannot differentiate the difference? Go ahead. Lauren? Okay. He hung up the phone like the coward that he is. Lauren, you're a coward.
I've heard a comment that the majority of people are being sent to El Salvador.
I didn't say that.
That's simply not true.
I didn't say that. Where did I say the majority of the people?
I didn't say you did. I didn't say you did, Brian.
There were 260 people, give or take a few, that were sent to the El Salvador prison.
Right. The vast majority are being sent to their home of origin.
Okay, but does that still make it right? Does that still make it right? Does that still make it right, though, that there are people that are being sent to, whether it be an El Salvador prison or a high maximum security prison? That doesn't make it right, though, just because it's not the majority.
I think it's dependent on what they were charged with.
Not true. What was Garcia charged with?
My understanding was trafficking.
No, there were no charges filed in the United States of America. He was never convicted of a crime. So let me ask you a question. In this country, whether
he wasn't convicted of a crime.
He wasn't charged. He wasn't charged with trafficking in the United States. I want to ask you this, though. So let me ask you.
He was here illegally.
Okay, so if you're here illegally, you're okay with somebody being sent to the highest maximum security prisons in the world. You're okay with that?
We'll find out, I guess.
No, I'm asking you. I'm asking you a moral. Lauren. I'm asking you a moral.
It's got nothing to do with moral.
Yes, it does, and I'll tell you why.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
You are saying you are okay with someone who has lived in this country for decades, that has never committed a violent crime in their life, to be treated like a violent criminal and be sent to a high maximum security prison in another country, in some cases, not the country of their origin, where they are originally from, where they are in cells, where they have one meal a day, where they are outside of their prison for 30 minutes a day, treated like somebody that is on death row. And Lauren, you mean to tell me that you are okay with someone who doesn't have the right paperwork, that might be in this country illegally, not having the right to due process, never committed a violent crime in their life, and being treated worse than someone in this country that's on death row? You're telling me with a straight face that you're okay with that?
I'm telling you that it has been the policy of the two.
I'm not asking you about policy.
I'm answering your question, Brian, if you allow me to answer it.
Well, you're not answering it, but go. I didn't ask you about policy.
I am answering it. Barack Obama did the same exact thing as far as using administrative procedures.
No, he didn't.
Check it out.
Tell me, you're telling me, hold on. You're making the case, Lauren, that Barack Obama, Lauren, I need you to focus. Lauren, you're not listening. I need you to stop.
No, you're not listening, Brian.
Well, guess what? It's my show, not yours. So now it's your turn to listen. I didn't say deportations, because morons who don't listen to my words, Lauren, with respect, you're one of them. You're not listening. I didn't say deportations. You just brought up Barack Obama deporting 3 million people. I wasn't complaining about deportations. You're not listening. Your problem is you don't listen. I'm specifically talking about the specific deportations of non-violent criminals with no due process that are being sent to the highest maximum security prisons in the world. You are wrong. Barack Obama did not do that. It's one thing to deport somebody to their home country. It's another thing to arrest somebody that's been in this country for decades that has no violent criminal record, and send them to an El Salvador prison where they don't see the light of day and they could be there for the rest of their life. Lauren, why is it that you cannot differentiate the difference? Go ahead. Lauren? Okay. He hung up the phone like the coward that he is. Lauren, you're a coward. You hung up the phone because you're a coward. For the record, ladies and gentlemen, I did not hang up the phone on Lauren. Lauren's the one who hung up. What Lauren tried to do, and what many of these MAGA morons try to do when they don't have facts to back up their opinions, they try to compare Barack Obama and the deportations to Donald Trump. Barack Obama did not deport people without due process, sending them to an El Salvador prison or some of the highest maximum security prisons in the world. Barack Obama never did that. That was the point I was trying to make with Lauren. Do you notice how Lauren wouldn't answer the question? When I put them and pin them in a corner and I say, are you okay with nonviolent criminals being treated like animals, sent to some of the highest maximum security prisons in the world, they want to bring up Barack Obama because they can't defend the indefensible. Lauren has absolutely no idea what he's talking about. And then when I call him out on it and give him facts, he hangs up the phone. Typical MAGA buffoon.